What's up, guys? Back with a new video today. On the road, on the freeway. Let's go. We're going to Kansept Tuesday class. We're gonna get down to training.
Shout out to our bro Clifton over at Kekoa. Happy birthday, brother. Hope you have a great day training and eating and celebrating, making your day special, bro. So last night Carter and I were having a discussion about, not to diss our instructor, but just about the teaching style, right? The 10-step approach or the concept approach, right? Understanding those little techniques that are required to execute the movements. So I know it's not anything new, but because we're fairly new at coaching, right? We're not seasoned. We haven't been doing it for 20 years, so I think with Cart being younger and me, both of us being earlier in our journey, we're open to some of the newer ideas, or even for us trying to hone our skills as coaches and instructors, just to help people learn quicker, right? To get the skill sets to be good at jiu-jitsu. Because let's face it, right? The sooner you understand how to do jiu-jitsu, the more fun it gets, right? The first, 3 to 6 months when you're lost in that wasteland of lack of knowledge and you don't know what you're doing, it's fun, but it's not as fun as it could be. But once you kind of get some skills and you can kind of row and defend and pass, even submit, it gets a lot more fun, yeah. So we want to help people get to that point quicker and having a solid foundation than trying to memorize 7-step hit. Yeah. What do you think about that, card?
I think the main contrast is that we want to utilize less rolling time to ensure more skill development. Because before, when you get some new developments, or when we used to train, it's just only from rolling. What the heck is my hair, man? It was only from rolling, right? Like, if it's only from rolling, yes, you're gonna get knowledge, right? Not every roll is gonna be the same time every time, but it doesn't ensure that you're gonna be able to produce the positions you want to practice certain skills, or certain techniques or maneuvers, just to keep the play in battle, or the battle in play, and you don't want to just lose off the first crack, right? So being more stricter on like the drills and the positions you start in, and maybe the objectives and things that are available and not available for people, to kind of steer and guide them in a certain way. Like you said, the main things, that's what they call the invariants. So just trying to make them more aware to some of the more key aspects of the technique, because there's gonna be a long chain of list, right, of info that the coach is gonna give you, but certain points the coach is gonna try to emphasize, right, which is more important, that you should be trying to focus on in different positions. So just getting accustomed to that style of learning, and then eventually you get the base knowledge and the control, then you can implement the new techniques. But if you try to just add this technique here, that technique here, and it gets all jumbled up after a while, and then eventually you're just going to give up on it because it's not working, right? Again, that idea about going to class with an objective. Just try to build one skill, or at least try to just focus on the technique of the day and make sure you got that honed in, because that's something too, being able to acquire the knowledge and try to learn it well. Sometimes I see, even when I attend class, people would just do it like a couple times and then stop. There's at Kansept, we cannot do that. We just got to keep going until he says time, because get it right once, you could have been lucky, and then the next time you do it shitty, and you keep doing it shitty because no one's saying anything, right? You want to make sure every time it's crisp to the best of your ability at your level for the progression you're at, right? It doesn't need to be perfect like the coach, but at least for how you're moving, everybody has understanding. They'll be more graceful and try to help those people out. And the people who get it, they gotta help the people who don't get it. Making the circle go in a circle again.
Yeah, so Saturday is Triple Crown, right? And I guess a couple of our guys they're gonna compete, but worst case scenario, right? One of our guys was training and he injured himself. I hate to see that, right? I guess like anything else, you want to train as hard as you can prior to a comp, but shoot, when it's that close, gotta be kind of smart about how you train, who you train with, how hard you push, and what you expose the skill difference, what you expose yourself to. Yeah, like, I mean, even for me, right, as I got near Worlds, right, I got a lot more selective in who I rode with, how I rode, and what I did, right? And it doesn't mean roll with somebody way lesser skilled and take it easy. You still gotta be on guard, right? Because that's usually how an injury happens. You're going with somebody, you let down your guard because you think, oh, they're not gonna do anything, and then they move a certain way or they do something, and then you're injured. It's like really tough. Yeah, it's a tough case. So kind of bummed that one of our good friends too, he's not going to be able to compete. Our brother, Miley Girl, aka Jesse. So anyway, yeah,
Mr. Elusive.
people that are getting ready to compete, gotta be smart. Gotta dial it down. After you compete, balls to the wall. Doesn't matter, right? So hopefully, lesson learned. Unfortunately, that's the second time for this guy to get injured. Our brother Blake.
Right before a tournament.
Yeah, right before the tournament too. So it's like super disappointing. Yeah. So get well soon, brother. There'll be more comps out there.
So guys, I guess because yesterday when they were going, they were sparring super hard, and it was more so like playful. Everybody was just kind of fooling around, and even some of like the coaching calls, in my opinion, could have been better. I didn't want to call out too much. Even I know you're trying to call out stuff too, Dad, but just sitting back and listening, like, if they're trying to emulate a comp round, whoever's in the coaching seat should be emulating how they would be coaching the person in the match. Granted, yes, I know that he kind of was, but the tone and the demeanor was not there. Like, it was not serious mode. It was just play around. Hopefully he wins, like, and again, that's just the style that he used to help out the student in that fashion, and shit happens, right? So all you can say is keep training hard, keep studying, and be on your grind. It's the Small Man Jiu-Jitsu Gang. AP sponsor him, yang. Shio sponsor me. I got on your up in gi. Come on. It's the Small Man Jiu-Jitsu Gang.
Let's get it, boys and girls.